Bourbon O'Clock, and my name is Keith, and welcome to the channel. Let me say, I apologize if I sound a little stuffy. I got a bit of a cold, but I can still smell pretty good and taste pretty good. And as you can see, we are going to dive into the Jack Daniels brand. And when you think about Jack Daniels, you can't help but think about Old Number 7. A lot of you out there might have bad memories with Old Number 7 back in your younger days. Maybe hugging that toilet bowl a little bit too much. Bad memories, can't remember what happened. Well, that's maybe a reason why Jack Daniels have such a bad rep. But there's so much more to Jack Daniels than Old Number 7. It's just a little history about Jack Daniels. Back in the 1800s, Jasper Newton Daniels, better known as Jack, introduced the world to Old Number 7, his signature drink. So for a quick backstory, it's noted that Jack Daniels left his home in Lynchburg, Tennessee, didn't leave the state, just his home with his parents, because he did not get along with his stepmom. He was then taken in by a man named Dan Call. Now Dan Call had a farm, so with the Dan Call family farm, Jack Daniels obviously took up work there. But that's where he found his love and his passion for making whiskey. And there at that time, he met a slave named Nathan Green, or Nathan Ernest Nearest Green. And under the supervision of Nearest, Jack Daniels was able to fine-tune his skills for making good, fine whiskey. After some time had passed, a golden opportunity came about to Jack, that he was able to purchase the business. And after a while, he hired that very same slave, that was a free man now, as his distiller, which is now known to be as a master distiller position. So there you have it. Now, in 1866, Jack Daniels officially registered the Jack Daniels Distillery. And so that distillery, Jack Daniels Distillery, became the first registered distillery in the US of A. Now, some of you may have some bad memories with Jack Daniels. I had pretty good ones, Now, me growing up in Detroit as a young kid, back in the late 70s, early 80s, with the hip hop, I was all into the hip hop groove and the rap. But there was another side of me, man, that just loved the Nat King Cole, the Frank Sinatra, the Louis Armstrong, that type of music. So I was a big fan of the Rat Pack, Dean Martin, Sammy Davis Jr., Frank Sinatra. And so when I found out that Frank fancied Jack Daniels, that just elevated it to me, because this is what I started. This is like the first whiskey I ever was introduced to at 21 or 22. And so, like most young people, I was drinking it like everybody else, Coke or Vernors. And most of the time back then, we was drinking, other stuff, the white liquors, like vodka, orange juice, gin, tonic, vodka, anything. But every once in a while, I was taking to sipping Jack Daniels like an old man. And I dug it, man, And back then, I didn't know what 80 proof was. I just thought it was the strongest thing. And, because every time I had it, my peers would say, boy, you don't have a lot of hair on your chest. And this is only 80 proof. But back then, it was really a big deal. So even now, I can take this and go back some 40 years, telling my age here, and remember some times. But even now, I get the caramel, the brown sugar off Number 7. Keeping in mind it's 80 proof. Now, what I don't get, and I never gotten off Jack Daniels, now this is going to be shocking to some of you, is banana. I never smell banana when I smell any products with Jack Daniels. I never get banana. I know most people say they smell banana, but if I don't smell banana, I'm not going to tell you I smell banana because somebody else says they smell banana. And I'm not saying other people saying they smell banana because somebody else said they smell banana. It's popular to say that they smell banana. I believe they smell banana. I don't smell banana. So I won't say banana. And I think I said banana too many times. So you get the point. I don't smell banana. But I smell brown sugar. And I smell that corn sweetness, a little oak. And then some faint chocolate. That's the thing about number 7, because I think it's 80% corn. I mean, the corn is very high here, so you get a lot of sweetness out of this. Almost like a candy corn. You get a little spice. It's not a lot of rye, but you get a little spice off this. But you definitely get that brown sugar and that caramel. So, it's nothing a person would just sit around and sip on. I can still sip on this from time to time. I'm not big on mixed drinks. I don't drink Jack and Cokes or anything like that. But even today, I can enjoy a good old number 7. That being said, there's much more to Jack Daniels than old number 7. So, if you had this and you were just turned off by it, hold your horses. Hold on for a second. Let me show you a couple other things. Now, they have some other expressions out there, and here's a couple. You have Jack Daniels twice barrel coming in at 106.1 to 107.8 proof, runs around $70 and about 6 years old. Then you have Coy Hill, about 9 years old, 153.2 proof, running around $55 to $60. Now, the only thing about those two expressions there is that they are limited. Not every state gets them. You have to travel across the state lines to find it, and I just don't have the time or the money to do that. I'm a blue collar worker, just a hard working man. Now you can get them also on the secondary market, so you can pay up to $600, $700, $800 to $900 for the secondary market, and that's not for me. But if it's for you, hey, more power to you. Got nothing but love for you. Good. For me, I cannot. So that's why I like to talk about things that we can find. People can find, everyday people like myself, hard workers, blue collar, whatever the case may be, can find good liquor, bourbon, whiskeys, whatever you want to call it, on the shelf that we can enjoy. So that being said, let's move on to Jack Daniels Barrel Select. Now this is coming in at 94 proof. Mash bill is 80% corn, 8% rye, and 12% malty barley. Okay, so this is going to have that same sweetness as old number 7, but amped up a bit. And this is where we always say the higher the proof, more than likely the better the taste if it's done properly. So if you're used to drinking 80%, don't be afraid to go up a little bit just to get a more bolder and richer taste. So let's pop this and give it some molds and a taste. Now this is selected from different barrels. Now that's a nice color. It's pretty dark. Now this is normally about 4 years old, 4 to 5 years old. Jack Daniels number 7 is 4. All right, so this is actually this is I stand corrected. This is 5 to 7 years old. Jack Daniels number 7 is 4 years old. So this is a little bit more in age as well, and proof. Should I say it? No banana. But I get that chocolate again and that dusty sweet corn, candy corn. It's like I get some fruit, like either a raspberry or a strawberry. Oh, that's good and old, man. Yeah, that's pretty good. Now, let's go for the taste. So, pretty much what I said, they just amped up a little bit when you get that caramel. Get some caramel or some like a butterscotch. It has a really good mouthfeel. Nice oil to it. The finish is not that long, but it's there. You know, I mean, let's try it again. Yeah, this is a good drink. It's sweet. It's a good mouth coating. The finish is medium. It's not weak. It's medium. But we're talking at 90, 94 proof. Get that bit of chocolate. This is a pretty good drink. So, what I recommend it, if you like Jack Daniels, you'll love this. If this wasn't out when Frank Sinatra was singing and out and about, and he only had that, oh, he would have went crazy over this one. So I would recommend it. Now, if you're not a fan of Jack Daniels because you got some memories of old number 7, just give this a shot. The price is, I think, $49.99, something like $50. Then sure, there's other things out there, but for variety's sake, sometimes you just pay something to get something different. So I would recommend it, especially if you like Jack Daniels. Now, let's switch it up and go to let's see, Jack Daniels Single Barrel Proof. Now, man, this is 129.6 proof. So this has some fire. Now I wrote down because I can't find my eyeglasses, so I had to write this down. I see this was bottled in October 15th, 2021. Barrel number on this is 2108798. And this is 80% corn, 12% rye, and 8% malty barley. So it's a little bit more spicy than the other two. So let's bring the heat. Nice color, dark. Oh my goodness, my goodness. This smells so good it make your toes curl. Now, everything I said about these, kick it up 100 times. This is sweet corn, get oak. You get some really nice dark fruit like black cherries or something. You still get that chocolate. Okay. Hello. Yeah, this got some heat. This is maple syrup. You get some pancakes. You get some thick maple syrup. And you drizzle those pancakes with chocolate and raspberries and dark cherries. That's what you're getting out of this. This is really good. It coats your whole mouth. On the back end, get a nice hint of vanilla. And the finish just goes for days. This is forever will be one of my all-time favorite drinks. It's just so good. Now, here's the thing. If you're not into high proof, take it easy. You know, this may not be your thing. But if you are into high proof, hey, go get this. Go get it today. Go ahead, get it. I'll wait. Get it. We can have a drink together. Go ahead. Okay, you got it? All right. So, what do you get? Oh, that I got butter, syrup, chocolate, dark fruit. Yeah, this is my jam. Now, I would recommend this for anybody who like high proof. If you like Jack Daniels, if you don't like Jack Daniels, you can stay away from this one. But if you had Jack Daniels before, you just got bad memories of Old Number 7, just, try it. Go to a bar, see if they have it, and see if you like the Jack Daniels Single Barrel Select. And if you like high proof, if you can handle it, this is one of the best on the market. I guarantee you put this in a blind test, it's going to shock you. Yeah. So if you had this, let me know in the comments. These are excellent bourbons to try. Yes, I know. I did say bourbon. Now, here's the thing. Jack Daniels meet all the qualifications of a bourbon. The only difference is most bourbons do a cold chill filter. They do a charcoal filter. That doesn't disqualify it for being a bourbon. Now, here's the but. In Tennessee, they like to call their whiskey. They don't use the phrase bourbon. So if that's what they want to call it, then I'm going to call it a whiskey, although it's a bourbon. So you know the old saying, all bourbons are whiskeys, but not all whiskeys are bourbons, unless it's Jack Daniels. Yeah, okay. So hopefully you enjoyed this episode. Please leave comments. Thank you for joining me. I'm going to give you 2 thumbs up. Do me a favor. I'm going to give you 2. All I need you to do is give me 1. That's it. Just 1. And if you have any comments, if you've tried Jack Daniels, if you have tried this Single Barrel Select, Let me know how you feel about it. And as always, drink responsibly. Thank you for tuning in. Please subscribe, like, and I will see you next time at Bourbon O'Clock.